Welcome back. Many kids, of course, getting ready for Halloween and, of course, trick-or-treating and candy. And to prevent those cavities, we have Dr. Ritu Shah on the show tonight to talk about, there are some things that we can do to help our kids prevent cavities, but
Yes.
is it not really how much candy you eat?
Yes, it's more about when you eat it, how often you eat it. Munching on one Reese's peanut butter cup is very different from munching on a few M&Ms or a bag of M&Ms throughout the day. It's more about how often your teeth are subjected or exposed to that decay-causing environment.
All right, so if your kids eat, M&Ms throughout the day, should they be, does that put them more at risk for a cavity? Should they be brushing after every time?
It's always recommended to brush after eating, but more about confining the amount of time that it takes to consume that piece of candy is important, and avoiding candies that tend to stick around in your mouth longer. So things like gummy bears or chewy candies, caramels, things like that that can get stuck in the grooves of your teeth.
All right, right now I'm eating an M&M. So what's it doing to my teeth? Is it's sitting there?
So it's sitting there, the bacteria in your mouth, that's natural, is starting to form an acid. So an acidic environment causes a decay-causing environment in your mouth. So your teeth are more prone to getting decay. If that keeps happening, a repeated exposure, days after Halloween, let's say, you're more likely to get cavities on those teeth.
Do you actually see more kids coming into the dentist office after Halloween?
That's hard to tell. We see a lot of kids year-round, but it is definitely a time of the year where they're getting lots of candy at their hands, and that's where moderation is key, and watching how much they eat, how often they eat, and what types they're eating. So avoiding ones that are sticky like gummy bears. And even raisins, something that you wouldn't really think about. Raisins are great, or, better than candy for your body, but they have the same properties in terms of sticking around in the grooves of your teeth and can cause a sealing process.
I thought you brought that on as a healthy alternative to eating candy.
In some ways it is, but it does have the same idea behind it that, moderation is key. Finish that box of raisins, drink some water, brush your teeth, be done with it. Don't let it go on throughout the day.
And the same thing if you have a child, like I do, who's starting to develop a cavity, so you see it start to develop. Obviously, candy is not going to help here, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely not.
But they're not going to avoid it, so we can't do anything like that.
Right.
Is there anything that you recommend to parents or kids to prevent cavities beyond what we've already discussed?
So definitely going to see your dentist routinely, because there are things that we can do before cavities get to the point where they start to cause pain. You can have a cavity without having pain.
Does it have anything to do with fluoride?
Yes, of course. Fluoride definitely helps to strengthen the enamel of your teeth and prevent cavities. And going to your dentist is another way to get a higher dose of fluoride at certain periods of the year. So that's a good alternative. Also, brushing your teeth with fluoride toothpaste is always helpful.
Okay, great. Well, I'm going to do some research here as I send it over to Kevin, who's going to tell us the weather forecast. Kevin, while you're giving the weather, I'll eat the gummy bears and see how much they actually do stick to my teeth.